Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit CD at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coach... Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by a 7th-year pro and a literal rocket scientist. Here's Joshua Dobbs.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to...
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home.
Hey, Vanta Crew. How are you? Last time I heard you were in the hospital yesterday. What happened? Well, I know you said you had a breathing problem, but what was the update? What happened?
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Dobbs. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here comes Dortch on the return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Cardinals offense set to take over for the first time, and they are piloted by their 5th-year quarterback, 2-time Pro Bowler as well, Kyler Murray.
He and Arizona came together on a hefty contract extension before last season. But injuries, well, they caused everyone to take a step backwards last year. But when healthy, Kyler Murray, still a big play waiting to happen on every snap.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense,
hey, Kaz,
right?
how are you?
Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Yeah, I got out not too long ago. They said it could be severe anxiety and breathing is not good. I had to be on oxygen while I stayed overnight. Oh, I'm so sorry about that, Vanta. But hey, that is great news that you are out. I'm glad to hear that.
Murray now running left off the option. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
I'm doing okay. Appreciate you for asking. Kaz.
Risk reward and him taking hits. I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Connor. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Rolling to his left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses one.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Not great, to be honest.
Well,
they're okay. I'm sorry to hear that you're not doing too great, Kaz. I hope things get better for you real soon.
The team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
He was a third-round pick, not rounds 1 or 2, but this franchise, they think he can be something with time.
There were a few teams that thought he would go in the first round, late in the first round. He ends up sliding to the third, so a lot of teams think.
And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Hey, Mommy Kim, thank you so much for that. Appreciate that.
12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The drive will start with Conner. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Gotta stay on my grind. Don't want to upset the boss.
They'll stay on the ground with Conner again. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. On 1st and 10 is Conner. Bulldozes past him. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they
I have no idea.
Another nice run by him.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up.
Did I really pass you? I'm sorry.
There. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll try and run for it with Conner. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will
hey, Roland.
even further.
Appreciate that.
So they're content to take the 3.
Appreciate that, Roland.
Roland. To go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the
I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm so sorry if I'm not.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Oh, okay, yeah. Cook just lucky. That's all, Kaz. Don't worry. It'll stop.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator.
I'm saying I just got lucky. I don't expect for it to keep going up that quick. I feel like there's going to be a stoppage coming soon. That's how it's been for me. That's my luck. Like, I do pretty well, and then it'll stop for a long time. That's my luck. So, but I don't know. Maybe if I keep pushing, maybe I'll keep getting lucky every time. But we'll see.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go Madison up the middle.
One day I'll be up there.
His way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Dobbs is throwing. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack. So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. On the return, Dortch. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10.
And what about me? You leave me behind and not talk with sis, Kaz, and still no cookies. I talked to you, Kaz.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. Escapes the defender. Oh, Connor loses it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Your cookies, I think your cookies are being shipped right now, if I'm not mistaken. I think they're on the next ship out of here, so.
Oh, now some trickery. They fake the spike. And that'll be caught. And
they're heading your way.
As he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game.
I know. I had to play along with the joke a little bit.
Like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Wright it back to Connor here on first. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Murray a give. This is Connor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing.
Don't understand.
They're getting it done.
You talking to me, Kaz, about that? Or you talking to Mommy Kim?
And dominating right now on this drive.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Again, a run with Connor. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Oh, okay.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Connor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Prater on to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Dobbs to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, for incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Dobbs. Throw left side complete. That's Osborne. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 17-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is brought in at the 21. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. There's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. Good returns on the last drive. He hit the end zone for the 2nd time. Good returns in this first half, really.
Yeah, good returns for his team. Really good returns for the guy. You know where I'm going. Darn right. Those fantasy guys who have him on their team, they're rejoicing right now, and they have a high expectation that what they've seen already will continue.
You talk about fantasy a lot, but you don't. Why don't you just play? You don't.
I'm not good enough to play the fantasy game. I enjoy watching.
You're an analyst. You're an expert.
I mean, you were a champ last year. Keep it up.
5th place.
Okay. Well, that's champ in my book.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The linebacker, Jordan Hicks, flying in there for the sack. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
At their own 27-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Oh, and this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th quarter.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw Dobbs. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fielded at the 20. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard
Okay, Cass. Enjoy your night.
1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take
Or at least
over.
was a disaster. I'm so sorry about that. But yeah, enjoy your night, enjoy your life, and I will stop in and say what's up here right after I'm done with mine.
1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They begin on the ground here with Connor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 107 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So 1 play and they're already just shy of midfield. Again, it's Connor. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
This is Connor running right, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he is caught, and he's got some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Connor on 1st down, working his way forward for about 4 yards. 2nd down coming up.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A give running right is Connor. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Connor up the middle. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals continue to pull away here in this first half. So what a first half that he has had running the football. That now 3 touchdown runs.
And I would anticipate that when they get down in the red zone, he's going to get more chances as this game goes on. And I think that the guys blocking for him are going to ask for him to get more chances. They like the rhythm they've developed.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Keeps himself upright. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere. But it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
It's taken to the 26. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. James Conner and the Cardinal offense ready to get back to work. Well, there you see it. A hat trick of touchdowns, and we're in the first half. I'm betting that he was over there saying, feed me.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
I got to eat.
There is no doubt, and he's real hungry right now, isn't he? I mean, let's be honest about the whole thing. We don't have to be on the field to understand what he's telling everyone. Give me the ball. We're locked in with the offensive line. They're taking care of business, and I'm finishing things off.
Well, heck, he might be able to turn this into a historic event. We'll see. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
155 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Here's a handoff to Conner.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Holding offense.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Conner again. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Now Murray. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Dobbs. This goes out wide from Madison. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Throwing here, Dobbs. This is caught by Addison. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Madison is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Again, Madison. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings get a bit closer. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make it 24-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, that's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10 is Connor. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 174 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. They run behind center with Connor. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. On the draw, Connor. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told
I
us
don't know about that.
Take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10.
Ready.
To throw is Dobbs.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
On 1st down, Dobbs to throw.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Here's Dobbs to throw.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far. Both of these coaching staffs with some big decisions to make coming up as the preseason draws to a close. This second half is going to be filled with a lot of evaluation. And to bring it your way, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
He'll start the drive with a give to Connor.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Right back to Connor here on 1st. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll toss this out right for Connor. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this 3rd quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the 2nd half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the 3rd quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Murray a give. This is Connor.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Off the option, here's Murray running left.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
4th down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now.
Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Dobbs. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. That's taken on the 25. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at about the 28.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Dobbs now on 2nd down.
Pass caught here by Osborne.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Here we go, strike. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. Dobbs. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
To throw on 3rd down. Dobbs. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Joseph now to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Arizona. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Prater on to add the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On second down, Dobbs. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another fourth down.
It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Here's 3rd and 6.
Big Ace. Hey.
Throwing now is Murray. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Dobbs. That is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Dobbs is throwing. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense takes back over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Again, a run with Connor. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Murray going to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 70 yards. And the Cardinals extend their lead yet again. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On play action, it's Dobbs. Now he's free at the 35. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll go Madison up the middle to the 27-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
There we go.
Here's Madison running on first down. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Chandler is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
They'll go again with Carter.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
They'll run with Carter.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Going for it. It's Carter.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Oh, that's not right. That's not right. I'm so sorry about that, Mommy Kim.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
A give up the middle to Carter.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd down, a run with Carter.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Delay of game penalty. Ships them back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10.
Carter once more.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Cardinals. Michael Carter,
He didn't respect
43 yards. And the Cardinals add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control.
Oh, I know,
right
Mom.
now here in the
Mommy kid. I know. I know you do. Yeah, just ignore him. I don't know why. I'm not sure why he's acting like that, but yeah, just ignore him.
Resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Prater for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After asking me to hide, he just keeps saying this. Wow. Yeah, I would just ignore him, Mommy Kid. It's not worth the stress.
Prater to kick.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. The Vikings head out to take over once again. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. He'll drop to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Credit for that sack goes to Cameron Thomas.
But when this game is done, the credit will go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback as a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to watch this tape over and over, try to identify what's working and keep it going.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better, had time to survey the field, and still couldn't find an open receiver.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 36. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Now Carter to start the drive.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
That's complete to Chandler on the check down.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Taking on the midfield logo. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Carter straight ahead.
And down to the 36-yard line here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Alert! Alert!
Another tote for Carter.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
A handoff for Carter.
And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
3rd down and 6.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And taken right on the 30. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The football going back over to Arizona now. You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And Tune to throw it now. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Completes it to Powell. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Chandler. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. They'll look to throw again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cardinals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Carter.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now comes the field goal unit on. And boy, this is asking an awful lot here. Maybe that's an understatement. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil.
Alright guys, thank you all so much for joining. Appreciate you all. I'm going to end my stream here. Thank you all. Mommy Kim, Kez, thank you guys for stopping in. Fancy Crew, thank you for stopping in. Hope you get better soon. Mommy Kim, don't worry about what was said. Don't worry about it. Just, ignore that negativity. Everything will be alright, I promise. Alright, guys. I will see you guys in the next one. Stay awesome.